today. From Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, it's Week 17 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Indianapolis. And this one fielded in the end zone. It won't be returned, so it'll come out to the 30. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And Richardson will throw to start out here. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Kadarius Toney, his intended target. That'll bring up second down. You talk about this Titan defense. They were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
They held them to just 7 points, and in reviewing the game tape, I'm wondering how they got the 7. I actually wrote a note to myself. How did they even score? The way they were playing, absolutely dominating on their side of the ball.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. Rainey now to return it. So holding there on the return, and that'll back him up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression, jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. The rushing numbers for Pollard last week. 7 carries, 88 yards, and a touchdown.
One thing I do know, teams in the NFL don't treat this like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter. It's been mentioned all week long about going out and getting him the rushing title. He'll see the ball, and he'll see it often.
Well, this defense for the Colts, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
Now Hooker. Flushed out right. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well executed 22-yard gain.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience I can tell you that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Here's Hooker. Flush to his right. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage. And that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
On the ground with Ward. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with him.
And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Tony Pollard. That's his 19th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Titans are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in the end zone, and no run back forthcoming, so they will bring it out to the 30-yard line. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 3rd down, here's Richardson. A short throw pulled in by Woods. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, the Colts will call on Rigoberto Sanchez for the punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Now raining. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense making their way out onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and a couple. Here's Ward. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 4 yards the pickup, first down. These two teams met in Nashville earlier in the year with the Titans coming away victorious. So if they can find a way to win here in Indianapolis, they would take the season series 2-0. And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
48 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Now Ward. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Pollard, he'll take it up the gut. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on third down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on third downs all year long. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. Pollard will take this into the end zone for a Titans touchdown. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Richardson. Connecting over the middle with Downs. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. 3rd and 1, Richardson to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Richardson. He's got his man. That's Woods on the out route. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. This 2nd and 4. Richardson looking to throw this. They'll get that one to Taylor complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Now Rich. His throw's going to be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Richardson on 2nd and 10. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 27-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to the air with Richardson. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Josh Downs, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, a full half to be played. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Offense back out there, and we shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard. You see the numbers, all those carries. If you get that many carries in the drive, you better finish it with a touchdown, and he did.
Yeah, and deservedly so, right? Because we've seen times like the Carolina Panthers, sometimes Jonathan Stewart to carry the ball all the way down, and then Cam is such a great goal line runner, he'll carry it in. But in this case, though, that didn't happen. The fellow lugging the load, he's the one who got to reap the reward.
Yeah, there was no touchdown vulture here. Hooker on first down. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Hooker to throw on 1st and 10. And that is caught. It's Ridley. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll run with Pollard. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Tony Pollard on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Titans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded in the end zone with no move to bring it out, so it'll be a touchback, and that ball will be placed at the 30. And the Colts about to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
1st and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. And Woods has it complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Richardson out of the shotgun. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Richardson working from the gun. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And Richardson looks to throw once more. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And a signal in the timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. First and 10, it's Richardson. This pass caught, it's Woods. Oh, he's going to be brought down there in the field of play, and the clock will run, no timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. More from you and Charles in a bit. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here in the late window. We'll start up in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle. And it's the Seahawks who have the lead as those two teams approach halftime. The Seahawks locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. From there, let's head down to Nevada to check in on the Raiders in Las Vegas. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting L.A. Chargers. A couple of touchdowns there for Cam Akers. Lastly, we head to Southern California to check on the Rams at home at SoFi Stadium. And this one going the visitors' way as the Cardinals have the lead in that one. A touchdown there for Trey Benson. It was a strong first half for running back Tony Pollard. He was running with a purpose as he found the end zone 3 times in that first half. And that opposing defense had better come up with a scheme for slowing him down.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. Rainey to return it. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the third. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
On second down, it's Pollard. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That's now consecutive 5-yard carries to pick up the first down. Here's Pollard again. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 88 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Now a give here to Pollard. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. First down, Titans, gain of 12. First carry for Nick Chubb. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Nick Chubb with career touchdown number 75. And the Titans take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Now for the point after. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So this drive spans 7 plays. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off, as he does so with a touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded in the end zone, but he'll decide against bringing it out, so they'll take over at the 30. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. There, Richardson back to throw it. He finds Taylor, complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turned it into a successful play.
And he is going to have a Colts first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
On first down, Richardson. A short throw pulled in by Woods. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Again, it's Richardson. A quick throw there is incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
From the shotgun, Richardson. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Meanwhile, Richardson's throw into the hands of Pittman here. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch, not much yardage afterwards.
They'll try the left side with Taylor. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Richardson on 3rd and short. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Titans are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 4. Going to run again here with Pollard. 118 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. It'll be a handoff to Pollard, and he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. They'll run. Here's Pollard. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. 2nd down and 6 now. Run for Pollard. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. And carry that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. From the 9, 2nd and 5. They'll run with Pollard. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Tony Pollard. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Titans are closing in on that 16-0 record as they add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. That time, a 9-play drive. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting 1st downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Richardson shotgun on 3rd down. A short throw pulled in by Woods. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to make it 4th down.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Fourth down, desperation time. Here's Richardson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that's going to bring up second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The throw over the middle, taken in. 7 yards there and a first down. Now Richardson. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's second down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 31-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
Richardson's throw caught by Tony. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That puts them in excellent position, first and goal after a gain of 19. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Richardson looking to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. He's got daylight. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Extra point attempt to come here. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This one fielded in the end zone. He'll opt not to bring it out. A touchback, and they'll begin at the 30-yard line. Indianapolis offense ready to go again. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum.
A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. A big play there for Indy. 36 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Richardson to throw. Throw over the middle into the hands of the tight end, Parham. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Richardson to the air on 1st down. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Richardson now on 2nd down. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Richardson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. That one looks like he'll throw here.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
And this one will be brought back to the 22. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
2nd down. Here's Richardson. Looking middle, and that's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That is caught. And the Colts are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off season, but on game day, you both want to show your best, and I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Titans, they're a win away now from running the table here in the regular season. They moved to 16-0 on the year.
Tonight, from Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee, it's a special
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Play action, now it's Tua. That's complete, Jordan Whittington. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 19 yards right off the bat, and a quick first down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. Well, this defense for the Titans, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Could you imagine going to the press conference and trying to explain that?
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Well, whatever script they put together for this offensive drive, Charles, seems to be working. I'm curious to see if this defense will make any adjustments here.
Things certainly going according to plan, aren't they? I mean, the way they're advancing the football, it's like they're on the practice field having one of their better days. But instead, it's game day, and they're moving the ball downfield with purpose.
But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, but sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll fake the jet sweep, and instead give up the middle to Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
He's got exactly what you're looking for, the ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
He's got it. It's Higbee. Touchdown Rams. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Rams will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6th-string quarterback.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. And quickly they get to the line. They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Pollard will take it up the gut. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9. They run straight ahead here with Pollard, and he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Here's Pollard. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Titans are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Point after here coming up. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Tua Tagovailoa in the offense heading back out. Last drive, surgeon-like, dare I say, 7 for 7. That'll help your QB rating.
It will indeed, won't it? Can you figure out QB rating? Can you do it? Can you do the formula?
No, I just know the higher the number, the better.
Yeah, that's what I've been told,
That's what
too.
I know.
I know that in the NFL, 158.3 is the number they're all trying to get to. I think he was that on that last drive.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Up the middle, it's Williams. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run. But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. They run it again with Williams.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here.
The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive.
And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
On second down, it's Pollard.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
Hooker now on first down.
Eluding the pressure right. They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Now a give here to Pollard.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
Now Pollard. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here's Hooker. That's complete to Traylon Burks.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
First down throw here. It's Hooker.
Escaping the pressure right.
He gets it to Burks again.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. First down now, but that clock rolling. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
Now a handoff up the middle. Pollard. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up second down. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Tony Pollard with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Titans will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. But the Rams going to take over late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Two and now on first down. That's to the tight end, Colby Parkinson. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. On first down, Tagovailoa. That's into the hands of Parkinson, the tight end. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Tua sets up to pass it, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it. And that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Hooker's going to throw it. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Looking to throw. Hooker. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. A shot downfield for Burks. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Here's Hooker to throw it. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Calvin Ridley in the final seconds of the first half. And the Titans will extend their lead here just before halftime. Now the Titans leaving the offense out there. They'll go for two. A final shot before break. Hooker, and this one incomplete. So they went for the two. They don't get it.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half.
And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock.
He's going to float this over the middle deep. And this one is incomplete. So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo, where it was the visiting Dolphins who come away victorious on the road. Paris Campbell, 2 touchdown catches in the victory. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they were losers in their ball game to the visiting Dallas Cowboys. Dak Prescott, over 400 yards passing with 3 touchdown passes as well. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. We got an excellent first half from the man from Tennessee. That's Hendon Hooker. He's got a touchdown pass on the ledger as his guys were able to build a double-digit lead.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Second half begins with a run by Pollard.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. First down, and it's Pollard again. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Pollard again. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And some nice running, going to get him down close to a first down at the Rams 31.
Here's third and a few inches.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. 3rd and 2.
Following the penalty, Chubb. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. And they're going to speed things up here. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 4.
They go up the middle with Chubb. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
And Chubb will try the middle here. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5.
Handoff comes to Chubb. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
A give. This is Chubb. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They'll run with Chubb. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Chubb will score. Touchdown, Tennessee.
For as good as Nick Chubb is in the open field, he's every bit as good when they line him up down near the goal line. He's a speed back between the 20s, but a power back down close, and he forces his way into the end zone.
Now the Titans leaving the offense out there. They'll go for 2. Hooker going to try to throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. So they go with the pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts, passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They begin the drive with Williams. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Williams loses the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
I think what we just saw there with that fumble return is the increased emphasis on taking the ball away from another team. And no one wants to just fall on in football anymore, do they? They want to take it and try and score.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And a question. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Here's Tua. He's got his target. That's complete.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 63 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
They'll get this down to the 38.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. Looking to pass. Tua. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Titans are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Now we've got movement up front. I think this is going to be on the Titans. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now.
Throwing. Hooker.
And that is caught. It's Ridley. And he will be taken down, and a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
And brought in downfield by Burks.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
On 1st and 10, Hooker.
Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
Partner, the good ones have a clock running in their head, okay? Because it says something like this. I've got this many seconds to find a target. After that, I have to tuck it and try and get some yardage on this 1st down snap. He doesn't just get some yards, though. He gets a big gain, and he'll come right back with another 1st and 10.
2nd down, Pollard again.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
They go play action. Here's Hooker.
And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line.
Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
Back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal.
Hand off to Spears.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown.
Tajay Spears.
A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Titans look poised to reach 17-0 as they add on to their lead.
The Titans going to use the 1st of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here we go now as they will again try for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
I know we can sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
As the Rams offense comes back out, here is the NFC playoff picture coming into the weekend. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. And again, it's Tagovailoa. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Now Tua. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Nick Bosa providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Pass taken in by his big tight end, and he is going to have the Rams first down, and that was something else. A big pickup on 4th and long to give them a new set of downs.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column, but as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have
touchdown, L.A. A great play there. 31 yards. And the Rams are able to cut into that deficit. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Titans are going to recover the football. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Hooker. Over the middle into the hands of Burks. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Pollard will take it up the gut. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Tony Pollard with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Well, this has been another impressive display by this undefeated team, Charles, and it looks like they're going to stay that way after this one.
Yeah, one of the league's best offenses. They've stayed on brand in this contest because they continue to look good at what they do. Just added a late touchdown. Now they're really hammering home just how good they've been all year long, letting the rest of the league take notice.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Williams. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Here comes 3rd and the length of the football. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion. And that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Tua's throw here hauled in by Cup. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Tua going to throw. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 44-yard line. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Tua now on 1st down. Over the middle, he's got the hook up to Whittington. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, this was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially how much they were humming in the 2nd half to pull away and get the victory. Really a complete performance.
And so much fun when you're able to have everyone contribute, both sides of the ball. You go back in the locker room and you just savor it, right? Because that's what football's all about. A true team game, and they got it done in this one.
So for Tennessee, they finish off a perfect regular season, 17-0. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, they wanted desperately to finish above 500, but that will not.